7 News Now begins right now.
And right now, everyone talking about Mile High Manning. The Broncos win the Manning sweepstakes. Team coverage coming up. And so what does that mean for Tebow mania? Well, 7 News also following this angle of the story and what people are saying about the change. Right now, the Colorado weather much more in line with March. Temperatures in the metro area in the 50s today. Mike Nelson joins us in about 4 minutes with how long these cooler temperatures are sticking around. Of course, that breaking news, the big story of the day, Mile High Manning, Peyton Manning coming to Colorado, and Lionel Bienvenu is here. What a day here for Colorado.
Wow, it broke this morning, Ann, and it was stunning when we got the news this morning. Peyton Manning called John Elway and told John to start negotiating that final contract. Manning was coming to the Denver Broncos. So here it is. First look at the new Peyton Manning Broncos trading card. Number 18 could be unretired. Manning could pick number 16, his college number. Broncos quarterback Frank Tripucka is on record saying the Broncos can certainly unretire that number 18 jersey. He'd be honored for Manning to wear it. Remember, Tebow's number 15 was a top seller. What do you think this one is going to do? Now, Manning picked the Broncos over the Titans and Niners. When the Broncos went to see Peyton work out at Duke, they were convinced he was going to be fine physically. He passed a physical. So a 5-year, $95 million deal is on the way for the third best quarterback in NFL history right now, and possibly number 1 when it's all over. I talked with ESPN's Adam Schefter today about Peyton's decision to come to Denver.
I even got a text last night from somebody in the 49ers organization. Came in about 1 in the morning, and it said, his head is in San Francisco, his heart is in Denver. And I think that's the whole thing. He just felt comfortable about Denver. He felt comfortable with the city, the organization, the team, John Fox and John Elway, and it felt like the right fit to him.
Well, Broncos and Manning will not comment until the contract is agreed to and done, which could be as early as tomorrow. All right, team coverage of this story continues. Aaron Anderson live at Dove Valley. And Aaron, as much as the Broncos players love Tim Tebow after that win over the Steelers, they are extremely excited about the chance to play for one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yes, indeed. You hit it on the head. Broncos have not commented yet. They're going to wait till that contract is signed, sealed, and delivered. But they got their man, Peyton Manning, heading to Denver, and this, without question, one of the biggest days in Bronco franchise history. They've landed a 4-time MVP, a guy who's won a Super Bowl, considered by many to be one of the best to ever play the game. Now, word spread like wildfire among the Bronco players who think Manning is the missing piece to not only get this team back to the playoffs, but deliver them to the promised land.
And, everybody's thinking Super Bowl. All the fans, everyone's thinking Super Bowl, and we can't do anything but think that we're gonna make it far this year, definitely, and we're definitely gonna go for that Super Bowl ring, and we're gonna do whatever it takes. We got the man at quarterback to play for us.
It makes you think big, Of course, you look at historically the teams that won Super Bowls, are teams with guys like Ben Roethlisberger and Drew Brees and Eli and Aaron Rodgers and all those guys. So it definitely makes you confident.
All right, Joe Mays told me, Lionel, this is the second coming of John Elway. We know that number 7, the man responsible for those 2 Lombardis in the trophy case here at Dove Valley. Now Elway banking that Manning can help add a few more Lombardis to the mix.
That's right. Manning's got one of his own. Hopefully he'll get another one. Aaron, thank you very much. We'll see you at 5 o'clock. So Peyton will be 36 in 5 days, but here's Peyton some 16 years ago. Me and Peyton in New Orleans while he was at Tennessee, throwing the ball to his old high school. I've known Peyton since he was a kid. And my sources close to the Manning family told me all week Broncos were a favorite, but Peyton was weighing all options until, of course, today. And talk about the Super Bowl, and Vegas odds had the Broncos at 70-1 to win the Super Bowl before today. They are now a 10-1 favorite behind only 4 other teams to win the Super Bowl. So we'll have a lot more coming up at 5 and address that Tim Tebow issue and where he'll be after this is all said and done.
By the way, you look like a kid yourself in that video there, Lionel.
Thank you. Well, we're getting old, aren't we?
Yes, we all are. All right, we'll talk more. Thank you. So what do you think about this move? Well, we sent 7 News reporter Dale Cedars out to get reaction to the big news. Dale, you didn't have to go far, did you?
And, just go to your computer, type in Tebow or Manning onto Twitter, and it pretty much just goes insane. You're going to get tweets on both sides of the story. Some pretty upset about this. Now, this is called Twins. It's a website that actually takes all the tweets about someone and analyzes it by its emotion. So this is Manning, hashtag Manning. 47% right now are what they call neutral tweets. 20% are negative tweets about Manning, and 33% of these are positive. Now, if we change this over to Tebow, take a look. 44% of them are neutral, 27 negative, and 29% positive. Those avid Tebow fans, some of them are pretty upset about this. Now, we were the very first Denver station to actually announce that Peyton Manning plans to make Denver home, and that excitement went off instantly. We caught up with the owner of Bill Sports Collectibles. He said within minutes, people actually started calling him, asking for Peyton Manning's Broncos jersey. Now, be advised, you can get a Colts jersey right now, a signed football, even a photo, but his Broncos jersey, it's not going to come out to possibly May because the Broncos are redoing their jerseys, which the official one won't be released for another 2 weeks. But no matter what your take is on this, we found that this is the talk of the town.
My initial reaction was great for the Broncos, but bummer for us, personally.
For losing Tebow and not being able to see the excitement and the thrill that I felt when he was playing. That's what I enjoyed. And I like Peyton Manning. I'm, going to enjoy that as well. I'm a diehard Bronco fan, but I'm definitely going to be sad to see him go. And I'll be a Tebow fan regardless of who he's with.
And of course, where Tebow's going, if he's going anywhere, is not known exactly for sure just yet. But be assured, even if he does get traded, those women and even those other die-hard Tebow fans, they're going to be wearing this number 15 even for some games to come. Now, coming up today at 5, Ann, you've got to see this. How one man uses duct tape to show his enthusiasm for the Hall of Famer coming here to Denver.
Oh, can't wait. All right, thank you, Dale. And be sure and stay tuned for continuing coverage of Peyton Manning coming to the Broncos. 7 News with all the developments on 7 News at 5 and 10 tonight. And, of course, anytime on our website, thedenverchannel.com.